So I want to do a quick shout out before I get started on. I had a friend tell me he saw the Phoenician Scheme.
Okay.
Which is the new
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson movie. Said it is spectacular.
Yeah.
And is one of the best. Cannot wait for the
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see it.
Because I'm not going to see it in the theaters, unfortunately. That's the downside.
I don't have time. I don't have time to go to the theater.
So as soon as it's out on streaming, I look forward to seeing that. I want to do a shout out to the other night. I saw a clip on YouTube, so I decided to rewatch a movie I've not seen in a long time, which was the first Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Or not the Golden Circle, the Secret Service.
Yes.
I forgot how fun that movie was.
It's a really good movie.
And it was a really good, like, Sam Jackson role, too.
I was about to say, the secret sauce in that movie is Sam Jackson.
Yeah. And I forget, like, how fun, just flat out fun it is. I really enjoyed that.
There's something about the fact that he's this villain that has this plan to save the world, and he can't stand violence.
Yeah.
And so he has to enact violence as part of his plan, and he can't stand looking at violence. It's not that, like, he can't stand the idea of violence. He's fine with the idea of violence. It's the idea of having to watch violence.
He reminded me of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like his mannerisms, the way he spoke. And I'm like, that's fucking Elon Musk right there. Like, that's it. And this is years before any of that stuff happened.
Yeah, this was 2014. Yeah. So at this point, Elon was still being compared favorably to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
No, and Elon would have a ballerina and cut off her legs and put knives on.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 100%. That's an Elon move.
And it made me think that I really think this whole franchise, the 3 movies in the Kingsman franchise, are very underrated. Like, you don't ever really hear them spoken of.
I agree. I just wish Golden Circle was better.
Yeah, it's got its moments. Like, I love the Elton John part of Golden Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's great in it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hit or miss.
It's like, the problem is that you get into this, like, the stuff with Julianne Moore doesn't hold as well, where she's doing like this 1950s housewife, I'm just trying to save America kind of act. And it's fine, but it doesn't really
Same
work
thing with
for me.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
I rewatched that too, and I'm like,
Everything with the American division, I don't think works. I want it to work, and I just don't think it does. Pedro's still great. Like, after watching that, like, even the Jeff Bridges, he's doing that muffled talk he does now, like he did in R.I.P.D. And he's like, rah, rah, rah. And I didn't really like that, but man, Pedro's still fucking awesome in that movie. I like Pedro's weapons more than I liked Pedro in that movie. I like that Pedro's a double agent.
Yes.
So he's built as this hero, and we slowly begin to realize he's not. I thought that was great. I just didn't necessarily find that by the end of the movie, like, in the milieu of Pedro Pascal, I think this is closer to Wonder Woman 84 than it is Mandalorian.
I want to make it that bad, but it's close.
Yeah.
I would put it above Wonder Woman 84, but you're right. It's not in his top echelon.
It's not the one that I would be like, oh yeah, go out and see this.
But like in a movie that has some negativity, he's one of the brighter.
And there's some really great fight scenes in that movie.
Very great fight scenes.
I really like that they bring back one of the possible agents.
Yes.
From the first movie as one of the villains. There's some really good moves in this. I just wish that some of the strings came together better. The stuff with Colin Firth coming back, I was just like, we don't need to do this.
Yeah.
He should be dead. He should stay dead. Replace him with another character.
And that always made me feel weird. Like, I don't know if they just really wanted Eggsy to have the father figure.
Yeah.
But he was so confident, and Merlin was kind of the father figure.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it would have made Merlin's death more
meaningful.
impactful
Yeah.
if he wasn't there.
Well, and especially because now we don't know what death means in this universe.
Exactly.
He got shot in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
And he lived?
I mean, he's just Kingpin.
That's what I'm saying. Is like at least in, well, I guess in this there's all kinds of shenanigans.
At least they had an explanation in this of how he survived, where they didn't have to have a Kingpin.
He just shows up.
Yeah.
There's no
there's no scar. There's nothing wrong.
No, nothing. There's, oh my God, I still can't believe Marvel.
I know. It's frustrating. So the main thing I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm touching on people in large offices listening to our show. I downloaded the upgrade to Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
And I started playing it.
Yeah.
And Al, this game is everything you wanted.
Oh, yeah?
The first time every issue you had with this game has pretty much been fixed.
Can you use a fan to blow a sail? Because you couldn't before.
I don't know if I tried that yet.
But like that was one of the ones that blew my mind. Was I tried to make a boat and put a fan blowing into the sail, and it wouldn't work.
I don't think I tried that. If
you turn the fan around and have it blow backwards, then you go forwards. But if
forward.
you put the fan blowing into the sail, it doesn't do anything. And I was like, "What are we doing?"
I'm gonna have to try that. But graphically, flawless.
Yeah.
Frame rate wise, silky smooth, solid 60 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is quite literally a different game. Like I'm grateful I still own the original, so I didn't have to pay $80 to get this.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm also a member of the, which I would recommend if anyone's going to switch to and you want to do these upgrades. If you're an online member, upgrade to the expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only do you get the GameCube games, which they're going to start putting out more, you get the expansion and upgrade for Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild for free.
Oh, yeah.
Because normally it's $10.
Yeah.
So it's just a little extra to add to it, and you get it for free. So I've been getting back into that, which I finished that game, it's got to be over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I haven't really touched it, and I haven't touched Breath of the Wild. I mean, I haven't had a chance to play a lot of video games. I have been playing more Mario Kart, but I got into Tears of the Kingdom again, and it's quite literally a different game.
It is. I will say this. For all of my, I don't even want to say complaints. It's nitpicks.
Yeah.
It's just that there's so many nitpicks that it kind of takes the grade down in my book.
Well, that's why I really would be interested if you guys do get a Switch 2 for you to replay this.
Yeah.
Because it's something else.
Well, like, I was just replaying it at my in-laws' house.
Uh-huh.
And it's one of those things where, like, it's just a great game to just pick up and play for a few hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you don't need to have any ideas of, like, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this and I want to try this. It's like, you just go and you see where life takes you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do really love it for that because it is really enjoyable. They did fix a lot of the issues like the weapon degrading system and all these other things that were huge problems in the original. I just wish that they would have the level of expansion that they had for Breath of the Wild. Because there were some really great DLC elements for Breath of the Wild. The one that I'm thinking of most is when you could just summon a motorcycle.
Oh, the motorcycle's fucking awesome.
I know, you can make a motorcycle.
Yes.
I don't want to make a motorcycle, okay? I don't want to futz around with it or have to deal with it bumping into things and then not being able to go backwards or any of these other things. Yeah. I want my motorcycle that I could just summon whenever I needed it.
That motorcycle was badass,
It's fucking dope as shit.
It is really fucking good.
And getting it is such a challenge that you feel great once you have it.
Yes.
And it's just like, I wish you have that capability, Nintendo. You can do it. And with Tears of the Kingdom, it felt like it was such an undertaking that you were like, okay, thank God that's done. We're not going to do anything else with that for a while because I can't bear to look at it. And it's like, well, last time you could bear to look at it afterwards, and there were some really cool things that came out of that.
Yeah.
So
they did do a couple cool upgrades. One of them is if you have the Nintendo app, which has been mostly useless for the majority, they have like audio recordings from some of the that's kind of neat where you find these moments on the map and then you pick it up on your phone and they'll give you like a recording in their words of like what happened in that situation.
See, I think that could have use to me. I just, when I hear it on face value without experiencing it, I'm like, cool.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it's you're right. It's not a DLC.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering if it's like, I know Tears of the Kingdom has been out now for 3 years, I believe it has.
Somehow.
I think it's been 3 years.
I think it's 2, because I think it came out in 23.
Years. Yeah, it came out when we went to... It came out, I remember, right before we went to Disney with the kids, so it was 2 years ago. I know it's been out for 2 years, but I'm kind of curious, because who knows what's going on with the Zelda franchise.
Yeah.
If another one's coming, when it's coming. I'm wondering if it's not too late for them to add a DLC for this.
I'm telling you,
I mean,
Nintendo,
2 years isn't bad.
You really should, because... Not for nothing, it does still need some tinkering, right? I'm still annoyed that when you use the what's the one that allows you to go up through things?
I know what you're talking about.
The permeation one.
Yeah.
I'm still annoyed that you have to sit through that cutscene of Link swimming regardless of how thick the surface that you're trying to permeate is. So you're just going through like a little something, and you still have to do the whole cutscene. You're like, really? It's taking this much load power for me to just phase through this one floorboard? Really? And yeah, I guess so, because it happens every time.
That's the name of it, phase.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't gotten to phase yet. I've played like 4 hours of it, and I've just been running around on the top. I haven't even gotten to the bottom yet.
You're still doing the...
But I've been taking my time because I've been like looking at everything and like.
It's an absolutely stellarly gorgeous game.
I'm curious if that has been reduced because the load times going into like it is greatly.
That's what I'm really hoping for.
It's greatly reduced.
Is that those elements are hugely reduced? Yeah. Because if that was just a load thing. I would normally say that's not excusable in 2023, but this is the Switch. Yeah. So all those rules go right out the window. We didn't even know we were playing an SD for the entire period that we were playing that fucking game.
Yeah, no, not even at all.
So like, if that is the case, great. As long as it's addressed. If I'm still having to do that every time I don't want to have to like climb or build something. I just want to phase up through the bottom of one of the Bokoblin's towers. I don't want to have to sit through an animation every single time I do that.
That makes sense. Yeah. But kind of going off of, I agree, like the thing I've been enjoying about the Switch too, and what I always loved about the Switch is the fact that a lot of their games you can just kind of plug in and do a little bit. Yeah. And one of the games I'm looking forward to with that is there was a new Nintendo Direct.
Yes, there was.
For Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yes.
And holy shit, does that game look fucking awesome.
They gave us some new lore.
Dude.
And I am of two minds on this.
I don't necessarily love the Pauline part.
I don't mind the Pauline part.
I don't love it. I don't mind it, but I don't love it.
With an asterisk.
Yeah.
Here's the asterisk. And this is what I told Kelly. There's two ways that this is going to go. This is Donkey Kong Sr., i.e. Cranky Kong. In which case, you're doing great. Keep going.
But I'm all in. Because in the Direct, he comes across Cranky Kong.
So this is my thing. If it's Donkey Jr., we have problems. Because while I know you don't care about the canon, other people do care about the canon. And this was one of those things that when I was growing up was always such a cool element, was that it wasn't Peach that got kidnapped by Donkey Kong. It was Pauline. And it wasn't Donkey Kong. It was Cranky. So if you go that direction, that's amazing. You're doing great. Keep going, kid. But if you're just like, oh, it's Donkey Kong and we're throwing Pauline in there too, I'm like, no. We're not retconning here. This isn't retcon. I know you don't care about canon, but what you're doing now is retconning.
Well, I think they're retconning to a new canon because as of
it's still retconning.
As of what I heard is at the end of the game, she gets returned to her people in the home world.
Yeah.
And there's a rumor going around. Once again, it's a rumor that by Donkey Kong returning her, the people are so grateful they named their city New Donk City. And that is from...
That's why.
Mario, the last Mario game.
Yeah.
So that, because she's the mayor of New Donk City.
Yeah. But that didn't matter at the time. Now.
No, but
now we're futzing with the parts.
But that's what I mean. Yeah. I think they're playing off of a new lore.
I think that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm just like...
But just, I mean, getting off of the story, the content of this game looks ridiculous.
Yes. I will agree
with that. It looks amazing. And there's so much shit and like the different things you could do by using like making art projects. Yeah. Like it's unbelievable.
This again is me being real nitpicky, and I'll fully admit to that. You keep telling us that we're underground and we're trying to get back to the surface. You can see the fucking sky in so many worlds. And I'm just like, listen, Journey to the Center of the Earth, I get it, man. I get it. But like, this is like Ironheart saying, I'm going to make something iconic. And then making an Iron Man suit. Yeah. It's like, oh, we have to get back to the surface. Well, if only I could see the sky. I can. But this isn't the surface.
I mean, a lot of that is like freaking...
oh, I know.
The Wrath of Khan, when they show the cave and the sun's rising in the cave. It's like, okay.
Well, and you get it in fucking Mario Odyssey. Has that happen all the fucking time. So it's like, again, I'm getting crazy nitpicky.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm also the guy that was sitting here being like, why aren't they Star Children in the Mario movie? This is not canon. This is bullshit. And I kind of did feel a little redeemed when Pauline jumped out of that egg. I was like, see, she's a star child. Yeah. You remember. You know what star children are.
But yeah, so I'm optimistic. Yeah. I cannot wait to play this game. It's the 17th.
I want I want a new Donkey Kong game. I'm still not over beyond any of the other things I've said. I'm still not over what they did to my boy's face. I'm still not really happy with that. They ruined his face.
It's grown on me.
It hasn't for me.
It's grown on me.
I'm glad. I'm glad because it is one of those things where, I mean, here's the thing. Donkey Kong was my guy. I was not a Mario guy. I was a Donkey Kong guy. And the fact that they had Donkey Kong perfect during the N64 era in terms of his look, in terms of his voice, in terms of his actions, perfect. And since then, they've just been tinkering. We're going to change his eyes a little bit. We're going to change his voice. We're going to make it so he can talk. We're going to do this. Anybody who grew up in the 90s, or I guess anybody who didn't grow up in the 90s, look up the Donkey Kong animated show. It is a nightmare. And there are 2 songs per episode. It is a fucking nightmare. Look up Donkey Kong Crystal Coconut. It's a fucking nightmare. Okay? This is where they're going with this line. This is that direction. So I want to go back to him being a monkey.
I think I'm getting used to him because I use him as my racer in the new Mario Kart game.
I do too.
That's the look. No, in the new one.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart World, and this is the look he has in that, so I've gotten used to it.
See, that was
he's my racer.
That was when I got upset, was when I heard his voice in Mario Kart 8. And I was like, what did you do? He was fine.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do this, and now you've ruined his voice, and now this is a continuation of things.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm pessimistic on this one, but I also don't have any evidence. So
I am planning on playing it very quickly after it comes out, so I'm looking forward to it. And then did you see the crazy thing about the underground subway in London where they had pictures up of upcoming games for the Switch 2, and they had the Metroid Prime 4, and it said now out? And it wasn't out.
Yeah.
Or out now, it said.
Yeah.
But now people are thinking, well, does that mean it's going to be out soon? If there's an out now sign that accidentally got put up?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Well, there's there was 3 or 4 massive game posters.
Even so, because between living in New York and being in the advertising community for work, that shit shouldn't happen.
Well, I bet somebody got fired.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that it never should have gotten that far.
Yeah.
The posters never should have been printed. That's the part that gets
me. But that's the thing, is that makes me wonder, is this like a late summer game?
Maybe.
And I know there's hints of a direct in July, which makes you wonder, are they going to be like, hey, this is our September game?
Yeah, maybe.
Because a lot of studios have gone on that starting to drop. I think Odyssey was a September game.
I think that was a September. It was definitely a fall game.
Yeah.
It was a fall drop
so
of some
maybe we get to play Metroid for